All right, everybody. Happy Sunday night. Welcome to Music on the Menu on the River. Alan K. Stout with you as I always am. Sunday nights, 9 to 10 o'clock. Playing your regional artists doing their own original material from right here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Hanging out with the great D.C. Taylor. And D.C., we kid around about it every year, but this is our annual Super Bowl show.
All right.
We are smack dab in probably maybe about the fourth quarter now of the biggest sporting event of the year.
Right.
And so by the time we get off the air, we'll probably know who the new world champion is of the NFL. I'm going for Atlanta just simply because they've never won it before. Nothing against New England. I actually like Tom Brady and all that.
I'll take that.
Yeah, so that's kind of who we're pulling for tonight on this Sunday night on the radio. So I imagine some of you will be catching the podcast during the week this week. We're going to do a really cool show tonight. I was just trying to think of what I wanted to play for our annual Super Bowl show. And I usually play a lot of different songs from different time periods, and I mix up some new stuff and some old stuff, and sometimes we have guests in, sometimes we don't. I just picked a whole bunch of songs that I've been listening to a lot lately that I really like, and I'm going to play a lot of Badly songs tonight. I'm going to play you a song at the end of the show that has never been played anywhere before by the Badleys. So if you're a fan, you might want to even, record it because you're not going to get it anywhere. It was never released. I'll explain a little later in the show about it. But we're just going to play a lot of good tunes tonight. We're going to actually give a birthday shout out now, too, to a friend of mine, Donna, who's having her birthday today in Mount Pocono. I know she listens sometime on it. So happy birthday, DB.
Yeah.
And we're going to play a whole bunch of great songs for everybody tonight that isn't watching football. And if you're catching us during the little middle of the week on the podcast, then you already know who won the Super Bowl, which we do not yet. Let's kick it off with the Badleys. This one's called My List of Things.
Beyond the shadow of a doubt. You could turn your pirouettes somewhere off in confidence, but I'm the one who never gets to see you dance that way. tradition. A bad and no tune. I can rip and rhyme to lies all night, claiming words young lovers could recite. I'm gonna gather up my friends again tonight, while you dream past constellations into I couldn't love you anymore. I couldn't leave you if I tried. Another's muse is envious for what I feel inside. The poets all will take the floor as the drummer counts from 1 to 4. For this time, modern tradition. A bad and no tune. Rip and rhyme to lies all night, claiming words young lovers could recite. I stand outside your door all night, clutching words young lovers could recite.
Pete Palladino here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Time Honored Tradition. That's a song about good old-fashioned chivalry, DC. That's just, serenading your lady and being a gentleman. And there's great lines in there about, the constellations and the stars lining up and all that stuff.
All right.
I always love that song from Pete. That's really the only solo album that Pete ever released. Of course, Pete, the lead vocalist from the Badleys, put out that solo record back in 2001. Before that, from the Badleys, My List of Things, from the album Concert for a Cause 3. And that was a big charity record that we used to put out every year. Right around this time of year, it always came out at the end of January, early February. And it would, help us lead up to the big Concert for a Cause, which we used to do every April. And the Badleys always gave us a track. Mm-hmm. And that year they gave us an unreleased track. So it was a very special, significant contribution. It was not a song that had appeared on any of their albums. And of course, that made a lot of their fans want to go out and buy it even more, which helped the charity out even more. So great guys, the Badleys. We're going to play another one from them now. This one goes back to the Days Parade EP, which was released in 1998. And they were sort of in between national releases for the River Songs record and the Up There Down Here record. And they just wanted to get some music out there locally to keep the fans satisfied. And what a gem of a song this is. Beautiful song. It's called 90% of the Time.
10 times stop by, she said to stop by. 9 times we flowed like good rhythm and rhyme. I was a good ear, welcome companion 90% of the time. She was from Baltimore, recent divorcee from a man man who found fortune in pool installation. And you could get close in ways she could manage, but never encounter the breath of her station. She could never betray independence. Her independence was a personal sign. This is for someone who let me inside 90% of the time. Counter down 2nd Street Video. She'd rent releases she could empathize watching. Women would triumph assimilation. That she felt good was a thing. You no time for sympathy or mock conventions. No time to leave personal items behind. I was a witness, she let scratch the surface 90% of the time. 'Cause she could never betray independence. Her independence was a personal sign. This is for someone who let me inside 90% of the time. Time around came unexpected, though I'd played scenarios for a week till that day. I'd felt something, she said she felt the same thing, and we knew that that wouldn't play. Well, maybe she lied, and maybe she had to, 'cause maybe I'd found what I hadn't yet seen. There in the doorway, the moment I'd brought her to a place she rarely been. She could never betray independence. Her independence was a personal sign. This is for someone who let me inside 90% of the time. Never betray independence. Her independence was a personal sign. This is for someone who let me inside 90% of the time. 90% of the time. 90% of the time. Promises we made in vain. I've seen our seasons change. And when you tried reaching out to me, I couldn't feel your pain. Too young to see that it was all on the line. Tomorrow seems so far away. If I knew then I'd be a better man today. We couldn't lose if we didn't love like that. If we'd never done the things that we can't take back. And all the broken pieces scattered on the tracks. We'd never lose if we didn't love like that. Funny how it takes so long to see the road you're on. Finding out how sometimes you're wrong after the moment's gone. Too young to see that it was all on the line. Tomorrow seemed too far away. If I knew then I'd be a better man today. We couldn't lose if we didn't love like that. If we'd never done the things that we can't take back. And all the broken pieces scattered on the tracks. We couldn't lose if we didn't love like that. We couldn't lose if we didn't love like that. If we never did the things that we can't take back. And all the broken pieces scattered on the tracks. We'd never lose if we didn't love like that. We couldn't lose if we didn't love like that. If we never did the things that we can't take back. And all the broken pieces scattered on the tracks. We'd never lose if we didn't love like that.
As is here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Love Like That. And before that, the Badleys with 90% of the time. This is Music on the Menu on the River. We're here every Sunday night from 9 to 10, playing to regional artists from northeastern Pennsylvania using their own original material. And we are smack dab in the middle of Super Bowl 51 right now. And we don't know who the new world championship is. But DC, I was watching the NFL Network this week.
Yeah.
And I was watching the highlights of past Super Bowls like they always do, the nice little rundown. And I forgot about some of the moments. The one where Green Bay beat New England back in the late 90s with Bill Parcells coaching New England and Brett Favre, a young Brett Favre. New England had a lead in that game for a while, you know, and I thought that I thought that Green Bay kind of smoked them, but that was a pretty good game. And then the year that the Giants lost to the Ravens, I totally forgot about this, but the Giants returned a kickoff for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of momentum because it was a swing score. Mm-hmm. And then they kick off, and the Ravens immediately return that kickoff for a touchdown. So back-to-back, you know, touchdown kick returns in the Super Bowl. You know, I'd forgotten all about that, too.
That's pretty crazy.
I love watching the old Super Bowl highlights, and I enjoyed watching them this week, especially some with the Dallas Cowboys, of course, like my personal favorite. As DC just made a face.
Look for Eagles Super Bowl highlights. Can't find them.
Can't find any.
Wait, there was that one a few years ago.
They lost.
I think so.
Yeah, they lost too.
They did.
I'm well aware.
Yeah.
Let's play one from the 5% here. This one's called Butterflies.
Said yet. From across the room I looked at you, and suddenly that was all I could do. I thought he's staring at me. I thought I caught you staring at me. If we only knew it would be like this, there's some awkward times that we could scarcely like to look back. Reminisce about those butterflies. Funny thing is I was fine. Love was the last thing on my mind. With some recent things that you'd gone through, the timing wasn't right for you. But in one glance, everything changed. There's just some things you can't explain. My eyes were where my heart would stay, and I just couldn't look away. I thought he's staring at me. I thought I caught you staring at me. We only knew it would be like this. There's some awkward times that we could scarcely like to look back. Reminisce about those butterflies. Did I admit I still get like that first night? And I stared at you while you stared at me. If we only knew that we'd always be feeling like the first night, with a stomach full of butterflies. We were allowed that first time with a stomach full of butterflies. I'm remembering that first night with a stomach full of butterflies. We were allowed that first time with a stomach full of butterflies. Now you've covered your tracks and you'll never look back. You have moved to a brand new day. But no matter what you say, I will always be the one who got away. Looking back on the miles behind us, tracks now covered with snow. It's hard to see how trouble could find us, and as we crafted the show, but you pulled out the plug as you ran for the street, and you pulled out the rug from right under my feet. Now you've covered your tracks and you'll never look back. You have moved to a brand new day. You are sure there will be plenty better than me. But no matter what you say, I will always be the one who inside a love bubble that made me lower my guard. All deception of incoming trouble I was so quick to discard. But if you see the past for just what it lacked, then you turned off the future when you turn your back. Big man ain't so big no more. He's cut up on the basement floor. His worldly goods around his feet. He's lost his mind trying to keep. The more you gain, the more you pray. Nobody comes to take it all away. But you're up there and I'm down here with just the stairs between our fears and walls made of foolish pride. Don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Well, don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Once I walked a troubled road, crusading for a ransom mode. But any source of real joy contains an initiation of pain. The more you build, the more you stay behind the tent which you have made. But you're up there and I'm down here with just the stairs between our tears and walls we can't see behind. Well, don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Well, don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Yeah, yeah. but you're up there and I'm down here with just the stairs between our fears and walls we can live inside. Don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Well, don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Well, don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Oh, don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Yeah, alright. Oh,
The Badleys here on Music on the Menu on the River, a song called Don't Let Me Hide from their record Up There, Down Here. Before that, the late Rick Manmuller with The One Who Got Away, a song about don't let it happen, folks. You know, don't let them get away. You know, if you got that person, that's what the song's about. Don't blow it, because it's hard to find. That's Rick wrote a great song about that from a different perspective, though, than you would normally expect. It wasn't like lamenting it. It was totally Rick had a great sense of humor, and really, it was about a year ago now that he passed. We love playing his music. I think we'll play another one later, too. Before that, the 5% with Butterflies. We're talking here about Super Bowls a little bit. In D.C., a funny Super Bowl story.
Okay.
I went to a Super Bowl party a couple of years ago, and everybody was asked to bring something. And so I decided to bring cake, you know, because I don't really cook or anything. So I wasn't going to bring anything that involved the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I bought a cake at, you know, a local supermarket or whatever. And I had the Roman numerals put on it. 6, 12, 27, 28, and 30.
Yeah.
They were the Super Bowls that the Dallas Cowboys won.
Okay.
The fact that the Cowboys were not playing in the Super Bowl that year was completely irrelevant to me.
Right. Right.
And people kind of looked at the cake and like, what are these numbers? I'm like, well, they're the Super Bowls that Dallas won. And they look at me like, what are you, crazy? And I'm like, well, they're the only ones who really matter. You know, they're like, well, they're not even playing today. I'm like, and your point is what? So yeah, that's how I look at it, man.
Right.
Don't like it, deal with it. Play another one. This one's from Robert Riley. It's called Coming to My House.
Everyone gets hungry, and everyone gets cold, and everybody needs someone they can hold, and everyone gets lonely, and everyone shelter from the snow. Come into my house, you are welcome here. And if you're cold, I'll keep you warm. I'll keep you warm. I'll keep you warm. And should you call me, I will shelter you. Yeah, They met up in Rockport, where the moon rose early and the days were short, and the miles between were still too many to mention. The Blue Ridge rides and Starfall, with the epic scope of it all, those days before the double-edged blade of contention. Sometimes passion's like a cigarette, burning clean out for it really takes swing, but you always fly out for a little while when you think you got the real thing. He moved in for the long haul, the 81 hog, the guitar and all. They got an apartment, the conversation piece. But the big spark damn substantial. You know it's always financials. A girl, the portrait of happiness is nice to crease. Sometimes passion's like a cigarette, burning clean out for it really takes swing, but you always fly out for a little while when you think you got the real thing. Sometimes they'd find common ground, some days he'd wonder where it couldn't be found. Riding the pines can truly inspire the need for a soul to come clean from a waiting desire. Yeah. What side of a man should come out of hiding while she laid there? The key to his conventions. She had brought some changes, but how could he pretend we're always empty pages? In the miles to go, I still too many to mention. Sometimes passion's like a cigarette, burning clean out for it really takes swing, but you always fly out for a little while when you think you got the real thing. But you always fly out for a little while when you think you got the real thing. The real thing. Do you think you got the real thing? With a wave of my hand and a look to the sky, I decide which direction I'll go. And the only regret is the time that it took me to know. 'Cause I've wasted so much in the chase of the prize that the value is starting to show. And it pales in light, and I see that it's time now to go. Now I know nothing good can come of this, so I hold it all inside. Now I understand what's wrong. It's been going on too long. Even the good can break a heart. Even the strong can fall apart. Even the best can fail in struggles with a heart. Even the strongest hope can die. Even your love can say goodbye. But only a fool will try to struggle with a heart. At the risk of defacing the past, I look back and I see how it all came to be. How I almost drowned in the pity that deepens the sea. I can almost remember the curve of a smile. I can almost remember the name. But I'm trying so hard not to repeat the cause or the blame. Now I'm tired of wishing for happiness. I'm so tired of hoping for love. Now I understand what's wrong. I've been on the run so long. Even the good can break a heart. Even the strong can fall apart. Even the best can fail in struggles with a heart. Even the strongest hope can die. Even your love can say goodbye. But only a fool will try to struggle with a heart. Live and learn does not apply when there's no heart left to break. And the only lesson learned is the mistake. Now I'm tired of guessing which road that I should take. So I'm gonna make the choice that I never thought I'd make. With a wave of my hand and a look to the sky, I decide which direction I'll go. 'Cause for too many years now I've asked myself why, but now I don't wanna know. Even the good can break a heart. Even the strong can fall apart. Even the best can fail in struggles with a heart.
Rick Manwiller here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Struggles with a Heart. And before that, the Badleys with a song called The Real Thing, going back to their Diamonds in the Coal album. And before that, Robert Riley, formerly vocalist of the great band 78 West out of Reading area, with a song called Come Into My House. Let's keep the music rolling here. I played one earlier in the show from Pete Palladino's solo record. It was called Sweet Siren of the Reconnected. That was the name of his record. It was a great title. This is another pretty song from that record. It's called Lay Beside You.
gone passing you by. As you learn to live with the pain, don't let your eyes become consumed by the rain, 'cause tonight I'll lay beside you while you sleep. In the morning if you wake and I'm not there, rest my name upon your lips and whisper loudly to the angel standing by, 'cause tonight I'll lay beside you while you sleep. And if you let the stars into your eyes, and if you wish upon the moon, and if you sleep softly, you will dream that tonight I'm lying there with you. So have your days of youth gone passing you by? Have you learned to live with the pain? Well, have your eyes become as cold as the rain? 'Cause tonight I'll lay beside you while you sleep. Have your eyes become consumed by the pain? 'Cause tonight I'll lay beside you while you sleep. Yeah, tonight I'll lay beside you while you sleep. Yeah, tonight I'll lay beside you while you sleep. Where the rain is poured serene or loud in the evening of a self-inflicted day, and you're contemplating sides that might collide, the Hemlock Society and life insurance salesman, and you discover all your coupons are for things you hate, and all your pennies are Canadian, and you curse that paperweight. Trying on leaving still, you're a millionaire of words, and an endless light as burns. We'll go running up that hill when acquaintances drain your reservoir of cigarettes like bad construction, and all your phone conversations slither into a sales pitch from the world of Don the Prey, and the love from a close sister's friendship up and dies like it too often does. Trying on leaving still, you're a millionaire of words, and an endless light as burns. We'll go running up that hill. crowd strangles parking, so you drive a while past streets and neighborhoods and ghosts of incidents that now define you, where the weight of expectation cracks your countenance in the damnedest places. Drown it all and leave it still. You're a millionaire of words, hand in hand as light as birds. We'll go running up that hill. Drown it all and leave it still. You're a millionaire of words, hand in hand as light as birds. We'll go running up that hill.
Badley's here on Music on the Menu on the River, a song called Running Up That Hill. Great song about really unconditional friendship. Kind of reminds me of, thematically, a bit like Bridge Over Troubled Water from Simon and Garfunkel. Same kind of vibe to it. Before that, Lay Beside You from Pete Palladino. This has been Music on the Menu on the River. We're here every Sunday. We'll be at Breakers on Tuesday with Music on the Menu Live with the Dishonest Fiddler. So we hope to see everybody here Tuesday for that show. We had Dave Brown in last week talking about it. And so hopefully you'll come out and hang out with us here live at Mohegan Sun Pocono. I leave you now with a song that I've never played before on the show, that I don't think it's ever been played anywhere. DC, you know, I'm pretty good friends with the Badleys guys, and over the years they have given me demos of songs that they haven't even recorded yet, and you know, asked me what I thought of this tune or that tune, and I kept all that stuff, and so I have it all, and sometimes I'll just pop it in at home. And I came across this song recently, and I forgot how much I loved it. I don't know why I think this was actually from Pete Palladino's solo stuff. I think he was thinking about putting it on the Sweet Siren of the Reconnected. It was around that time when he was starting to write some songs on his own. And I thought I'd play it for you tonight. It's a demo, so it doesn't have the full production value, but it's just a fun song. It's called Cowboy Hats, and there's a line in the song where he says, "You make me feel like cowboy hats." And I just thought that was really cool. You know, for some reason it reminds me of the Italian festival in Scranton.
Okay. Yeah.
This one's for you, DB. We'll catch you next week.
Come sit beside me on the 4th of July, and as we watch the fireworks explode feel like